What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of What's Happening podcast. And oh boy, this has been a crazy past week. Do you want to know why? Because this podcast is finally on so many platforms like Spotify, Google Podcast. Wait, what other
Overcast,
podcast?
Overcast, Radio Public, and other thing I don't even remember. Switch. So yeah,
It is on so many
it is
platforms.
almost on
I don't even.
every platform
Yeah,
except
I can't
Apple
even remember
Music.
all the websites.
Yeah, even I
Can't
don't.
even remember all the websites we have our podcast on. How
Yes,
crazy is that?
very.
Like at this point, we actually might have more platforms
Then we have
than we
viewers.
have views.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly. Exactly. Look at us
Yeah,
completing each other's sentences. That's gonna change after a couple of minutes. I mean, go ahead.
yes, because we're gonna be discussing something that we should have discussed the past week or the week before that we shouldn't have ignored. Everything that's been happening in this world, and yeah, I guess we should probably spend our 2 cents.
Exactly. Do you wanna take the
You
lead?
should.
I mean,
I
yes.
mean, yeah.
See,
All
see,
right.
see.
First and foremost,
See, this event, even though we do not want to discuss about it or politics, we do not want to get into, it shapes our world heavily. It shapes our world heavily. It influences almost all the spheres.
and we need to call idiots out on their bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first and foremost, let's talk about what's happening in Nigeria. Do you have any remote idea about everything that's been happening in Nigeria for the past few weeks?
Kinda, but you go on with this, then I'll cover the next.
All right. So you are new on Twitter, right? You have recently been active on it. You were there, but just now until recently, you are now active on it. So
Exactly.
have you ever seen the end SARS hashtag and SARS?
No, not really. I have not seen. I do not see Twitter
Yes.
hashtags. So yeah.
Yes, so SARS is like a team, a special police kind of team
Hmm.
that was supposed to help the people, help robberies and everything, and that was for the people. It was made in the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
so that is a special unit that was designed to help people and avoid everything online and offline threats. But until recently, they became their own police, abiding their own rules, and up until now, they have literally been checking, arresting, and like let's say you are literally wearing a coat right now, like,
Hmm, right.
and I'm wearing a hoodie. If one of us had iPhones or if one of us even had good shoes, they will literally think that you are doing something illegal or you're selling drugs. How are you gonna get the money from it? Are you selling drugs? Are you doing something like they do not consider that any people can have good clothes. No, that is not being considered. Even if you have an iPhone, as little as having an iPhone or getting a new haircut, imagine wearing a blazer, you will literally get arrested. No, they don't need any other reason. They will literally arrest you for no apparent
So
reason.
this is
And
this is like classism, an attack on a particular class, just a little well furnished class. What is it called? Not furnished, not furnished. Is well fed class or decent people. They are attacking on that, right? If I'm not interpreting it
yeah,
wrongly.
exactly. And that was it. But up until recently, now they're literally beating up people. They have been raping women and children, and they are literally murdering them. And the government and the police cannot do anything. They just don't want to do anything. So it has been like a month or so, and the people have literally been onto the streets protesting and everything. And these are so bad that not only are they using water cannons, they have been using tear gas, literal ammo, bullets, grenades, and ammo, and they have been killing protesters. Like it goes against the law. People were peacefully protesting, so the government of Nigeria implied an curfew, like you can't be outside your home out after 9, right? So people were peacefully protesting on the streets, and as soon as it hit 9 p.m., these guys literally started firing into an innocent crowd. They literally killed like three of the peaceful protesters. Why? Because it's 9 p.m., curfew has hit, and you're not allowed to be outside your home. It has been so bad, and since it became international, since it's been covered by international news and medias and everything. The Nigerian government has pledged to end SARS, and they have in a way, but guess what? They ended SARS, and now they have a special SWAT unit. And guess who the members of this SWAT unit are? They are literally the old SARS people, the old members of the disbanded SARS. These are the same people that are in this new SWAT group, and they literally work similar to that. Nothing changed except their name. And like, how are people supposed to have confidence in their own government when their own government is doing stuff like that? And it's not like it's happened the first time. It's literally been three or four. They have disbanded that and taken the same members three or four times to the new groups they've been forming. Like, how do people even have any faith in the government after that?
See, Nigeria is the most corrupt country, right? And this is another classic case of police brutality, right? Civilians against the government.
Yeah, simple as that.
And we are seeing so much outbreak in the same topic. I don't know why in 2020 we are having this revolutions which are the concepts of like 20th century. Why is it happening all over again? And with pandemic in our hand, why? We need to deal with the pandemic or this SARS and
I mean, to be fair, it could be related to the rise of social media. Like, people are now more informed than ever. If it was 10 years ago, we would have absolutely no idea what's even going on in our neighboring countries, let alone something going on in Africa or Nigeria, right?
yeah.
Now, you can share so much information that people can literally see whatever happening in the smallest part of the world, and you can literally speak against it, have your 2 cents, and have other country influence other countries' decisions based on the influence of the people.
Here I agree with you, but it's not like when we didn't have social media or the internet, we had revolutions. We had many revolutions throughout the history, right? But why is it yet again? And it's not only social media. Governments are doing something wrong. So that people have to come up. Okay, so Nigeria is the most corrupt country, right? We cannot expect anything else. And with this social media boom, yeah, I agree. Social media is a huge factor, but we have had revolutions in every part of the history, right? It was before social media or before the internet or even before the press. So our governments must be doing something wrong to ignite this protest. There is no way we can just not acknowledge that fact that government is right and it is just a con of social media or blah blah blah.
Exactly, and the worst thing is they're not even trying to hide it. That's
Exactly.
literally the worst thing. They're saying, "Oh, we're gonna do this and this." Nothing ever happens. They're literally making it even worse.
Exactly. It's just like they are not bothered enough.
Yeah, they're not even trying. They're like, "Yeah, these are just people. We don't care. We're in power." Like,
Exactly. They
man,
think they are
it's
some kind of monarchs. We can just overthrow them so easily, so easily. I mean,
but they can literally rig the they can literally rig the election
that's the thing.
and win that too. Like, man,
That is correct. That is correct. But yeah, still with the foundations of democracy, we have something to hope to our constitutions. So let's hope for
yeah,
the good
and
times.
yeah, and that's about Nigeria. What about another country? Literally, protest and everything happening in another one of the countries. France, another country that decided, you know what, peace was never an option. Let me just ignite violence based on what? Religion. The oldest thing. Why are people so dumb? And the top level, the prime minister.
One second. These are his views, and after that, I'll put mine. So our views are different on this. We don't.
No, no, no. I'll let you introduce whatever's happening
Okay,
in
I'll
France. Give the context.
yeah, I'll concise it and I'll give the little bit of context. So, Charlie Hebdo, right, the caricature or the magazine kind of thing, who is a satirical magazine, right? It publishes caricatures or pictures or cartoons uh, of everything going on in the world, right? So, in 2015, they also did something like this, and it ignited
Hmm.
violence. Even
And
recently,
guess they didn't learn from that.
they don't have to learn from it, right? It's the point that they stand for
They
freedom
no,
of
they
speech.
knew.
they they
So no, no,
knew.
they knew what the response was going to be.
Yeah, so don't
back
do
from
that. That
2015.
response is wrong. So don't do that. It's not like that, right? The response is
Because they
wrong.
knew they were in the wrong.
Nah,
Because they
nah,
literally knew they were in
nah.
the wrong. What you mean,
See
no?
if it was a Twitter lash or an internet lash or a peaceful protest or even some little bit violent protest, that is acceptable, understandable. Okay, if the people are claiming ban Charlie Hebdo, okay. What is the point of killing people? Okay, I'll give the further context, then we'll continue on that. So this teacher, I forgot his name. Do you remember his name? Huh? So this teacher, I guess high school teacher, he was teaching history and I guess in religion particular. So yeah, I'm not giving the name of the teacher, but yeah, that's teacher. So uh, he showed this Charlie Hebdo cartoons uh, in the class, and before showing the cartoons, he said or he mentioned that this is a little bit offensive to some people. So the students are allowed to walk away. And then after a week or after 3 4 days or after a brief period of time, he got beheaded by an.
Okay, and so are we just gonna blame the whole community for one
Not
beheading?
really. Why are you including religion or a community in that? That is my problem. There are bad people and good people
Because
in the
people
world.
literally are.
That we are
Because
wrong.
everyone on the internet literally are. What are they doing? They're blaming the whole Muslim community, are they not?
Yeah, exactly. That is wrong. That is wrong. I'm saying that is wrong. Even the Malaysian ex-Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad, okay, or President, I guess it is Prime Minister. He in the series, in the threads of tweets, in the 12th tweet particular, he said that he glorified the killings, the recent killings in the church, and said that Muslims have all the right to kill people. First of all, it is very wrong to bring the whole
Yeah,
community.
that's just dumb.
That's just
That's just dumb.
exactly. And this set of people, 4 or 5 people doing dumb shit, and then whole community or whole set of people who are maybe against it are getting backlash, and violence is gonna spread out against them. So yeah, that is just plain dumb. We need to stop really associating communities within, and we just need to call them by their name, XYZ or ABC. Okay, don't involve like a Dalit woman got raped or a Muslim guy and a Hindu girl.
People
No,
just love to use the religious angle
exactly.
whenever they can.
Politics.
It's just
Politics. That's dumb. And it's fucking dumb. And then there are this, I don't know what to say then, cynics who just kill other people. Okay, church ka what was the relation of beheading a lady in the church and killing 2 children and several other dead? I mean, what is gonna do? And then the president Emmanuel Macron takes a very what's that word,
that
with very radical
that
step.
was
Yeah, it's not good, but
so
that was due to politics too.
dumb.
In 2022, elections are gonna come up. His party lost majority recently. Okay, his popular approval among French people is going down because of the country. France is continuously in the Islamic terrorism range. Okay, several attacks have happened. Okay, so what he does this. How? Why? You are a leader. You do not do what everyone wants. You do what is right.
Yeah, he's literally playing on the Islamophobia. It's
Exactly.
funny how whenever Muslims are involved, it's always the word terrorism. It always emerges when the Muslims are involved.
Exactly. And
I
and Islamophobia, no, not we do not give those name. Like right now in this context, Turkey and Pakistan played the trump card to give that. Like not the Donald Trump card, it's the
exactly.
trump card. Why would you
I have never seen any mass shooting that's been happening in the US. I have never seen any one of them branded act of terrorism. Why?
exactly even
As of September 30, no, as of September 30, so we're not including this month, we're in October, right? End of October. So as of September 30, there have been 486 shootings in the US alone. So there are like more days than the entire year, more shootings than there are days in the entire year. There have been 392 deaths and 2444 victims, and we're not even counting the entire month of October. Like none of them gets branded an act of terrorism. People get killed, but whenever a Muslim is involved, oh, they love to bring the word terrorist or terrorism. Your whole religion
exactly
is based on violence. Like it's so
exactly.
dumb,
See,
and people are
there are
so gullible.
there are pros and cons in every religion. There is good thing and bad thing. I agree to that, but yeah, just just playing it for your
Yeah,
politics. It's
none of your
stupid.
religion is going to teach you bad thing. None. All right, tell me which one of your religion, any religion in the world, tells you to kill anyone who's of the opposite religion.
You know,
Tell me
there are
any
there are
religion.
several
You won't
scripture.
find any.
There are several scripture in every religion which teaches tolerance. As of for the Hindu
Exactly.
religion, I know that there was this. Let me go. There was a scripture where it was saying that there was some havan going on and it was roasting out the bad evils, the rakshasas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when the rakshasas came, the evil people came to stop that havan. The good people, the gods came down to protect that, saying it is right that anyone can roast. Okay, it's not, don't take violence as a form, but ancient scriptures also preach that every religion has some kind of its variant. Why?
Exactly. And even in my own religion, people like, oh, your religion always teaches you violence to kill everyone. Like literally, even in the Quran, it literally says if you kill one people, that will you have sinned equal to as if you have killed all of humanity. And not only that, doesn't matter what religion they are. If you kill any person, it is equivalent to you killing all of humanity. And if someone else has killed one person, even if they are a Muslim, and you just stand by and do not say anything, it is like you have suppressed the voice of whole humanity. That's how much the sin it is. Doesn't matter if they're Muslim, Christian, Hindu, no matter if they are doing wrong. It is directed in every religion, not just Islam, in every
Then
religion that you
why?
have to speak up
Then why isn't
against it.
this?
Otherwise, you're literally involved in it too.
Then why isn't world or religious studies or social media highlighting this aspect? Why are they focusing on just the negative? Why are the
Yeah,
main
because
leaders not
exactly
propagating
people
this?
people love to spread negativity, fear. That's what gets them
So
elected. That's what get their point
so
across.
why don't religious
That's
leaders
what
teach this?
benefits
That they have
them.
such a good framework of
They do.
rules.
Yeah, they do. The only difference is they do. Only difference is like, alright, if you were a proper Muslim, then you'll know about all the religious leaders and all the religious teachings.
So
And
ignorance.
but if you were just a like if you were a Christian, you would have absolutely no idea about any of this. Why? Because it's not that widespread. Mainstream media is not gonna cover anything. Why? Because it doesn't give them views. They're not gonna spread peace and everything. They literally work. They feed off on negative and TRPs and views like that, and it's just disgusting. Like
You know,
for once, all I
to
wish is
coincide,
everyone could just come together
to
and have
coincide.
like one point.
Yeah, you said no. Everyone come together. I'll say something on that after I complete this. Okay, I have three things to say here in short, in brief. I also tweeted this first. France should
Oh,
stop
let me
their.
bring up your Twitter.
No, don't. It's not on
Go on,
that.
go. No,
Okay, for your
I'm
reference.
just
Yeah.
looking at mine.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first, France should stop their attitude of holier than thou, right? They're like we are the propagators of free speech, liberalism, yeah, wo. Okay, I understand. You are at good place, but before 2 or 300 years, man, you were haramis. I don't know what to say that in English, but yeah,
That,
they colonized
that
the
was
whole
just
world.
dumb.
Nah, they colonized the whole world. They did not give freedom of
Mm-hmm.
speech, liberalism to other countries, right?
I know my history, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's dumb. That now don't act like that. Second, the people who are offended has a right to get offended. Has a right to have
Obviously,
peaceful.
exactly.
Has a right to conduct peaceful protest. Even cancel out the Charlie magazine. I agree to that, but you need to keep it in your pants. Do not kill anyone,
Exactly.
right? And I don't know like why beheading such a horrendous crime is there. Man, just beat the shit out of that professor. Okay, just don't behead him, right? And this blasphemy law is, I don't know. I know that people are gonna get offended, but blasphemy law has to get updated in every religion. Every religion has a form of that. Okay, no religion. Every religion has a community who take dissent on even
Yeah,
people.
there are always going to be radicals. Doesn't matter what religion you follow.
Exactly.
There are always going to be extremes in that. And the worst thing is they are literally the one that are getting highlighted the most out of anything.
Exactly, and even the population, Muslim population is so high in the world. I don't know the exact figures, but yeah. So then world is,
1.4, I
I
think,
guess,
something billion.
yeah. So it's 1/4 or 1/3, whatever it is, right? And then the world is divided, right? OPEC countries, Islamic countries, and then the rest of the world. Why? Why? Just Just say
Exactly.
yes. What is just
Yeah, 1.8 billion Muslims,
say such a huge.
24% of the global population. So yeah, literally one fourth of the
Exactly.
global
So if we
population.
go by stats, even though the more the population, the more the radical people will be like comparatively.
Exactly. Like you can have literally 1,000 people preaching everything good about it. They're not gonna get highlighted. But if you have literally five people doing dumb stuff, and doesn't matter if they're not even following their religion, they're just like, oh, Islam is our religion, but we don't care. But the whole blame is gonna be shifted to Islam and all the Muslims. And that's just so dumb.
I agree.
Like imagine they, so the same France president, like this, he's branding this as freedom of speech. Now imagine the same extremists, if they were to draw Jesus as gay or something like that, imagine the outro that would be.
See, then the
Like
only
would
radicals
that
would be
still
there.
be freedom
No,
of
no, no, no,
speech?
no. That radicals only would be there. Okay, every other people is gonna take
Exactly.
dissent, but like not everyone is gonna kill each other. Yeah, there would be
Exactly.
radical
and
people.
and people from all the religion are gonna say that this is not right. Doesn't matter if you're Christian or a Hindu or a Muslim. If they do that to the Jesus, their people are gonna say this is not good, this is wrong, this is not right at all.
See, if you
It's
ask,
not like, oh, I'm not gonna say, oh, just because I'm from a different religion I have nothing to do with it, I'll just go sit there and watch. No, that's not how it works. If they're doing it wrong, if it's wrong, then you literally have to call it out as it's wrong.
I
Exactly.
on my personal opinion, I have no problem with mocking any religion, or I don't mock religions because I understand that it hurts people's sentiments, but I enjoy the jokes. Not gonna lie, but of course we are yet not that much tolerant to joke about it, so just don't joke about it.
Yeah,
And if you want to joke
exactly.
about it, then
Joke only if you know the other person is going to take it well. You don't have to joke in public like you are a magazine
but
with
no, no, no.
millions and
It is a
millions of
satirical
followers.
magazine. Okay, it is a satirical magazine, and the art and
Yeah,
culture is
yeah,
what
and so
propagates.
most of the people probably took it as a joke,
Yeah,
but of course it's gonna be widespread because it is like to the extreme.
yeah.
You
See,
just
first,
don't make jokes about religion, simple as that.
no
Like,
joke about
do not
joke
include
about religion, but I would say,
anything about religion into
see,
politics. Just leave it
they
alone.
have the right to publish it because they are a satirical magazine. Okay, they are not. They are saying they're a satirical magazine. It's a joke. Okay, if
Yeah,
but
but
to
there's a
those people,
joke. There's a difference between making a joke.
and
There's a
it's
difference
subjective
between making a
and
joke
offending someone,
and literally,
but
literally trying to wrong do that. There's a difference. Like if you
it's
were to make a
subjective.
joke, alright,
It's
that would be good.
it's subjective. It's if you don't like it, just cancel
Yeah.
it, call
So
it
no,
out
no.
on
So
Twitter,
alright, no,
or
no.
just
If you
file a
were to
case.
make a joke
File a case
based on
against
Islam,
him.
let's say,
File a
no,
case
let's
in
say
the
if you
court.
were to make a joke. Yes, so they did, and guess what? This magazine went further and beyond and provoked it even more. They didn't say like, "Oh, we did it bad." They literally provoked it more. And guess what? The prime minister is literally taking their side now. But I'm not saying like take make a joke. All right, it's fine. Like make a joke. Circumcisions, the Islamists have that, right? Every Muslim, alright, make a joke on that. Alright, it's a light-hearted joke. But to make a joke on literally one of the most important figures on the whole in the whole religion, not only that, literally portraying that person into a negative light when you know other people from other religion have absolutely no idea about it, portraying that in a completely different way which is not even true, then that's just not satirical. People of course are gonna take extreme offense to it because it is extreme. Like make like jokes about Muslims, yeah, alright, everyone can, even Muslims laugh at it. Like most of my Muslim friends, they laugh at such jokes. But if you're gonna make such extreme jokes, then of course you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Like
so
that's not even a prediction, you
if it's
know
gonna
this
happen,
is
if
going to
it's wrong and
happen.
it's gonna happen, no. I guess it's not the reason that you should
Exactly.
not do it. I have not seen the cartoon to be honest. I have no interest in seeing that cartoon as far as I
Yeah,
can tell.
you should, it's just
But but but
dumb, man.
but if you are taking offense, if see I am highly opinionated person, if I have decided to put myself on Twitter, if someone takes offense on it, then I'm not gonna kill them. I'll okay, make cartoons on their gods or good people if you're that much that be good back and forth. Apple and Samsung quarrels a lot, right? So do that rather than killing people. And see,
all I'm asking
You will
is,
garner
are
public
there
support.
not
Okay,
enough topics?
just you
Are
just
are there not enough topics in the entire world? Why do someone has to, even in politics, satire, anything? Why do you
it's
have to go based
subjective.
on
It's
religion when you
subjective.
know
See,
people
art,
are going to take
art
offense?
and culture drives a
Like, no, no,
civilization. Okay, pushes the civilization further.
no, 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 you and me, you and me, we might not take offense to it, but we know most of the people from your religion as well as my religion, most of the people will, they will. We might not, but like more majority of the people will. We know that is something that is definitely going to happen. It's going to hurt people's feeling, it's going to have an opposition, and one of the most prominent reason for them to do this was the publicity. They even stated that, did they not? They did that, didn't they?
I did not. I'm not aware of
Yeah, I
that
think they
publicity part.
did.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but I think they did.
I have no idea. See, I
But
mock my own religion or religious practices. I don't mock my religion, but I mock the religious practices, the figures, the gods, the preachers, the idiots. Okay, and I do it in front of my mom. But there are several of my friends who are very staunch believer of the religion, and
so you wouldn't do that in front of them,
I would
would
I
you?
just won't not see if they ask me, or this one girl asked me to do this in this particular event of, like, it was a particular festival of us. Okay, so I blatantly said no, and when she pushed me to say why, I gave her a 15 minutes of monologue why, and she got offended, and I'm like, I don't care enough. You pushed me there, but I
I
understand
mean,
people are
if, yeah,
not
if
well,
they are,
people are not
yeah,
well
if they
developed
just,
or not that much tolerant, or it just hurt their sentiment. Okay, so I want to keep the friendship, and I don't care about religion. That's my point. I do not care about religion. But if I can upbring a person, or if I have a child, I would teach him or her to be very, very religiously tolerant, or just don't give a flying fuck about anything like that. This does not
yeah, exactly. So, but if you did say no, they shouldn't have pushed it. Like, simple as that. You just don't go to the extremes, man. But yeah,
Yeah,
enough
enough
about
of
that
class.
talk.
Yeah.
You know what?
Okay,
Let's
no,
move
no, no,
on to
no, no,
something
no. Yeah,
light-hearted.
wait. You said no that we should all come together. That point when I said I will address it later on.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Go on.
Turkey and Greece both were hit by an earthquake just right now. I guess it's been couple
Yeah,
of
yeah.
hours, like 5 hours ago. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll give some context that Greece and Turkey's relations have been all time low because of some islands. Okay, Greece and Turkey share some islands in between, and the oil and natural gas exploration and all that diplomatic stuff. Okay, so they are both the member of EU. They are
Mm-hmm.
both the member of NATO also, right? But still they are fighting in between. But every time it has been
Greece, Turkey, and Bulgaria. Yeah, it hit
not
those three
not
countries.
Bulgaria.
Yeah, it did. It's showing magnitude 7 earthquake
Okay,
affected
okay,
countries
that's it. Okay,
Bulgaria, Turkey,
affected
Greece,
countries.
and North
Yes,
Macedonia.
I understand. Yeah. So then the Greece prime minister or president, head of the state, had a Twitter back and forth with Turkey's president Erdogan. They both had very warm
About
exchanges
what?
about this. Wait, let me open Twitter. Let me see.
Wait, so let me get this right. They had an exchange about this earthquake.
Yeah, talk about that earthquake. Not exchange about that earthquake, but I had to talk about it. Wait, let me.
All right, and what did they say exactly?
Okay.
Like, give me a context at
Yeah,
least.
and I just want to give the exact thing, so that's why I'm searching it for. God
Ah,
damn
okay,
it!
no, no, go on.
This person tweets in whole, what is it said? Greek language only. God damn it!
I mean, you can translate it, can you not?
How do I?
There's literally an option. All right. Tell me what the president's name is. What should I find him
Prime
as?
Minister GR, Prime Minister of Greece.
Prime Minister. How do you spell minister? Man, am I dumb?
How do you take it?
Prime Minister of Greece,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, so Prime Minister of Greece sounds like Jaja Blinks. What?
Man, you're on something.
Prime. Man, I'm just reading tweets. GRWC. Yeah. All right. Who's the Prime Minister of Greece? Let me Google that. Yeah. So give us the what do you call it?
What do you call it?
Give us an overview at least
Hey, Mirza, Mirza.
while I figure this out.
One second. Gotcha.
Yeah, I found it. Korea. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Not gonna lie.
Just a second. Whose name?
The Prime Minister of Greece, Kyriakos Mitsotakis. Man, it sounds like some medical thing. Like you know how when you have mitosis and stuff like that. Yeah.
Kiri. Mit. Mitsotakis. Okay, Mit. Let him call. Let us call him Mit. Okay, Mit. So they were on all-time low relations, but
Mitosis. Wait, you wanna call him mitosis?
Meet.
You're really gonna try to
Mitosis.
hurt people and
No,
stuff
no,
like
no,
that,
no, no,
man.
no, no, no. We have good relations with Greece. Huh? We cannot afford to lose that. So meet is nice. Meet.
Bro, I don't wanna talk about. I don't wanna talk about politics. Please not.
Yeah, we just had like 30 minutes of conversation on that, but okay.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So Met reached out to.
That wasn't politics. That was just calling people out on being down.
Right, let me continue. So Met reached out to Turkish
Mm-hmm.
President Erdogan, and he said that I am very sorry for the loss, and
Mm-hmm.
I offer all the condolences and any help to the Turkish people. And even the Turkish Prime Minister Erdogan
Mm-hmm.
replied forward, "Okay, yes, on behalf of myself and the whole Turkey, we are very sorry for the loss of life and everything, and we will do everything in our control to help you." Right. So
Oh, that's wholesome.
that's awesome, exactly, and that is so warm. And even other countries, US came forward that,
Oh,
and it is every time like this is a pattern. Okay, every time Greece and Turkey relations are bad.
is it bad? Is it bad? I was expecting it to take a wrong turn and like literally expecting both of them to go to war because it's 2020 and we're all being filled with negativity. Is it bad? I
Yeah,
wasn't
it is bad.
expecting
It is
this
bad.
wholesome
You
turn.
should, yeah, you should always have it. You should be
I should
positive.
feel bad, shouldn't I?
You should be positive.
Well, let's move on to something more positive, shall we?
Shall we? We shall.
Yeah, and you, so I have absolutely no idea about this. You told me we should include this in the beginning of it, but since we're in the middle of it, let me remind you of you said all I have written here is your game, Capodesina game. So what game are you talking about exactly?
Yeah, I have. Okay, that is one problem is that there. I have saved that in my notes, and my notes are in like here, so I can.
Your phone.
So it's simple. What do I do? Wait. I I got it on my computer. Nice.
You got it? Oh, let's go.
Okay.
Look at
So this
you.
this game is like I'll give you a statement, okay, and in 10 seconds you have to form a context and just guess what context it has been said and what you interpret. Okay.
This is going to be so bad. Oh boy, you know what? I'm gonna get exposed now. Alright, fine, so
Yeah.
be it. If this is how I get cancelled, so be it.
Yeah, it's nothing cancelable. It's okay. I have taken a very light statement. Okay. We have three
Oh, how
statements.
I.
Three statements.
Just three? Oh, easy.
But you have to give a like
Alright.
2 or 3 minutes of monologue on it. It's not like you'll just say a word. It's
Two or three. Who
two
do you
minutes.
think I
It's
am?
it's
Who do you think? Do you really think I can go continuously on for 2 to 3 minutes? Wait, we do that for an hour. You know what? Never mind. Let's go.
You speak most of the time. Come on. You can go on for hours, man. Okay. So first statement, okay? Hear to me very carefully. Language is the visual, a virtual reality. Language is the virtual reality.
Language. That sounds like something Elon Musk would say. Not gonna lie. Just like language is a virtual reality.
Come on.
I mean, what do you want me to say?
Just take 10
What?
seconds.
Just talk about.
Just take 10 seconds. Think what context it has been said. Think
Alright.
about how
So,
what.
language is the virtual reality?
Hmm.
I mean, you can say
It,
speaking is virtual reality, not language, because different languages have different things. I'm doing so bad, am I? Aren't I?
try it. Just think about
Well,
it for 2 seconds and then answer. I'm not gonna push
I
you.
mean, I can think about speaking, like the speaking that can be said like is a virtual reality. Depends on how you portray things. Like we literally had a half an hour discussion about stuff. Like people have their own opinion, but it is how you convey your opinion. Like I can just call people dumb. I can just call the Prime Minister of France that you a dumb idiot, but it is how I convey my message. Like, I know you're a dumb idiot, but let me tell you why you're wrong. So yeah, it all depends on how you convey your message, and ultimately it also depends on the person you're conveying your message to. Like, you can go on bring facts. I have had this so many times in my life. Like, you can just bring on facts, stuff like everything, all the examples and
I
facts you
am
want, you
aware.
can explain to them for hours. But if the person isn't willing to listen, if they're just close-minded, if they're not willing to listen, then you would have absolutely no progress with them. You need someone who's open-minded enough to listen to your point of view, agree to that. And I'm not saying you're always right, but if you do have stuff like that, then just have them.
Right.
Just let that person be open minded and then talk to and forth about your own views and opinions and stuff like that.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Fair
I.
enough.
Was it good? Did I do good?
Yes,
Am I good?
see,
No, that was.
it was an open-ended question, but you did good. You did not chicken out. So yes, yeah, I'm not
I
gonna give
mean,
you
do I ever chicken out?
yeah that day.
What do you mean that day? What day?
We cannot share it over the podcast. We're gonna get demonetized, cancelled, banned.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking
Of
about, but
course
go
you
on.
want. Of course you want. Come on.
Man, no, stop acting weird. Nothing.
No,
No, no.
no man acts that it's their fault. Never.
Whoa, I have no idea what you're on about.
Exactly.
And for people,
That's what he
for
said.
people who might
That's
think,
what
for
he
people,
said.
shut,
That's
shut,
what he
shut
said.
up, shut up, shut. Don't you use the "that's what she said" joke on me.
He said, not she said.
For
It's
people,
not a joke. It's a fact.
yeah, that's a variation of it. For people who have absolutely no idea and they think, are we talking about NSFW things? We are not, because we do not even live in the same city. Alright, get that thing out of your mind.
We do not.
Second question, we
We do
we
not.
sh-
We do not
we
live
are
in the same
we are
city.
we know
NSW
no
things. We
no
can do so many things. Not even living in same
we
country.
no,
That's
we did
NSFW.
nothing, and we are moving on. Stop trying to make it look like we did something. Shut up. Give
We
me the
don't
second
chill
statement.
out. We do not
Shut
need to
up.
disclose
Give me
what
the
we
second
said.
statement.
Find the second
What?
statement
Why are
first.
you doing this? Literally digging your own grave, even when you did nothing wrong.
Why?
That's
Is
like
it
you
wrong?
literally
Whatever
got a
did was
medical
wrong.
report from the hospital. You got a medical report from the hospital. You have nothing wrong. You are absolute great shape in your life. But you know what? You just decided to dig your own grave, lie down, and fill yourself with mud. Why?
Whatever we did was not wrong.
We're moving. We're moving
I
on.
did
We're
not dig
moving
my
on.
grave.
Second statement. We're moving
That
on.
was okay.
I
Okay.
hate you. We're moving on.
Me too. Okay. Second statement. Okay. I fear God and nothing else. Wouldn't you trade all your
Bro,
fears for just one fear?
I mean,
10
I
wait for
don't
10
really.
seconds. Think before speaking.
I know I don't have to think because I've already thought about it like my entire life. I don't have to think. I don't have to fear anything
Go ahead.
except just being wrong. I just have a major fear in my life, and all the other so-called fears, they might be fears, but they're not like major fears. They are something like, I have a, like, let's say if I'm afraid of heights. I'm not, but if I was afraid of height, that would be a fear, something like I might be afraid of height, but I will be willing to go to a mountain and look down just to live that fear. Like, okay, this is what it feels like, but the fear would be overcome by the amusement and the excitement of me standing on the top of the mountain and that amazing view. So that fear would be converted into something more exciting. So yes, I do have just one or two major fears in my life. Every other thing is something that I haven't tried and I would be willing to try, and that is like one of the most important things. You wouldn't know what it's like unless you try. So many of the people who know me have heard this countless number of times. You wouldn't know how it's like. You wouldn't know if you like it unless you try. Like, you don't, you, of course, fear is just a natural part of anybody. Like, yeah, you fear going into the unknown, but the excitement to discover something new, to have something new in your life, you don't know what you'll encounter. You don't know how you'll feel like. If you don't like it, then fine, don't do it again, but you wouldn't know unless you try at least once in your life.
That was a speech or an essay I would give five on 5 marks, not just because it is right, but it is inspirational. It was
Oh
wrong
no,
on
that
so
yeah,
many levels. I was
that's
shocked.
something I'll give when I'm doing my own TED talk.
Yeah, that is right. Okay, fear is your TikTok. No, man. This
That's never gonna happen. Like I'm never giving a TED talk. No, never. But yeah, moving on to the third one.
no. This answer of yours was wrong on so many levels. It was
What
political.
do you mean wrong on so many levels?
Yeah, but see, the statement was, I fear. Okay, this was spoken by Kanye West on recent his Joe Rogan podcast. Okay, so that guy speaks real
So you
crazy.
stole it from other podcast. Wow.
So,
Way to have
oh, that.
genuines.
No, we did not steal it. I did not, but I give them the credits. No, I just used this statement, which was available on public
Fine, go
domain.
on. Alright, go
So,
on.
this guy speaks so many crazy shit, alright? But he has his unique way of thinking, okay? His original way. Here, it is like he just fear God and no one else, right? If you said we have two or three fears, no. If I fear God, if I am doing right,
No, it's not. No, it's not much like the fear of God. The fear of God implies that I would. So when I say fear of the God, it is would be mainly like the fear of me being wrong. Like I might be doing something wrong, and I won't even realize. Like I'm so far gone that I might be doing something wrong, but I don't even realize I'm doing something wrong. Why? Because I'm so far gone that I don't even realize that this, whatever I'm doing, is just wrong. So that is
maybe, yeah.
something
That's,
what
see,
you can describe majorly as the fear of
this is an
God.
open interpretation, but what I interpreted was that, okay, if I pray 5 times or I eat correctly or whatever the religious of
Continue.
mind
I'll
are.
just go refill my water. Go on.
Yeah.
Continue your open-ended question. I'll just go refill my water.
Yeah, right. So
Go
I
on.
would say if I fear God, right? So I would have this thinking God will do best for me if I oblige to him or her, right? So then I would have no fear of failure, no fear of death of a closed one, or not even fear of dark or ghosts, right? Because we we see God as this supernatural creature who is above all of us, and if we are right in His eyes, nothing matters more than that. That's why so many terrorists. I'm not targeting a particular religious community, but yeah, so many terrorists find it okay to kill people in the name of God. Why? Because they just fear God. They would not do
You
anything.
didn't. You didn't say some crazy shit while I was gone, did you?
I just said what I
Oh, you
had to.
probably did, didn't you?
I just did what I had to, and I'll continue on that. That, yeah, whatever is taught to them in name of God, they will fear the God so much, but then they would commit crazy crimes. Because this, I am right in front of the eyes of the God, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's just them being brainwashed.
Exactly.
Simple as
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's, I just said before, like that. I'm not targeting any particular community. I'm just targeting that. Even there are like Christian groups. I don't know what terrorist groups are there, but just that people do crazy crimes in name of God. Like, yeah. So that's why, and crimes also. So
Man, but that's the thing.
not
The
taking
people
it to
who do
criminal level.
that, the people who, yeah,
Not taking it to criminal
the
level.
people who do
If
that,
I
they're not even following their own religion. They
Exactly.
so think
They are just
they
following
are.
a doctrine of some or rules that some asshole taught them. Nothing else. They are doing.
Exactly.
There's no way connected to religion.
Yeah, it's people just being brainwashed and being dumb. That's all.
Exactly.
So wait, was that the second or the third one?
Second,
Which one
second
was
one.
it? Second. Oh, so we still have one more.
Yeah.
All right, go on,
Okay.
go on
Third one.
then.
Third one. In the end of history, in the every end of history, decentralization of institution takes place.
You do, why did you you snuck in a statement from something you so like and something I so hate because you knew I didn't know the questions.
I
You
not
know
really.
what?
I do not. But this is the kind of content I surround myself to. Nothing more
Yeah,
interests me.
so I will so graciously let you answer this question. See, wow, I'm
Let's
such a good
try. No,
friend. I'll
it
let
is.
you answer
Come on.
this. Go on.
At least try tomorrow.
Nope,
You give me.
nope,
You
nope, nope, nope. Go on, answer this for me. I'll just sit here, hydrate myself.
Why not
I
try?
can drink
He
it like
he
Donald
chicken
Trump,
out,
you know.
he chicken
I
out,
can
he
hang
chicken out,
on.
he chickened out, he chickened out, he chickened out, he chickened out. Save the date, 31st October 2020. He chickened out.
Say whatever you want. I'll just drink my
He
water
chickened
like
out, he
Donald Trump.
chickened out. Fine, fine. So you just didn't try, so I'll just give a very short thing because it would bore most of our viewers. That includes you and me. So yeah, it would bore you. So, what is decentralization of institutions? That I'll give you an example, so it would be crystal clear. So, the media
I thought you
industry.
were keeping it short.
So, media industry, right? So, it's an institution as a whole. Now, the tech companies, right now, it's just an example, okay, out of many. Tech companies are opening their own media platforms. Not I'm saying they're not opening media channels, but they're being on Twitter, Instagram. They are not
Mm-hmm.
relying on media houses for their promotion, right? Why? Because they do not want to get
Right,
dependent.
correct.
They do not want to get dependent on this. So there is this TVF channel. Okay, so it is basically a
Mm-hmm.
production house in.
Oh, I absolutely love them. I
I also love
absolutely
them.
love
So they
them.
have this very nice web series of every genre in the Indian media, right? In the Indian media, but they have their own app too. So they do not want to rely on
Mm-hmm.
Google or YouTube institutions. So decentralization happens. Journalism got decentralized, right? There are so many independent journalists right now on YouTube. The media industry got decentralized, even in the US, Europe, and everywhere, right? YouTubers are so big; they are considered celebrities. So
It's good and bad in a way, you
yeah,
know.
it's good and bad. We are not
Like
debating
you,
about good and bad, but it happens. And
yeah, you can have use this for. It depends on how you use it, by the way.
exactly, of course. So in the end of every history is like end of a decade, end of an era, end of that fucking thing. Right? So that's what it meant.
Oh wait, you're done.
Yeah, I'm done. I said it was short.
Oh yeah, short. And you know what else is short?
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
new fun fact of the.
Yeah.
I knew this was coming. I knew this was coming. I knew that. That's just so dead.
Uh,
That joke's just so dead.
no, that's not a joke. That's a
That joke is
statement.
so dead that you made me forget the fun fact of the day.
I have so many fun facts, but yeah, never mind.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just give you a random fun
Hmm.
fact that you know when you get goosebumps, right? It's an
Yes,
amazing
yes, yes,
feeling.
yes, yes.
But goosebumps are originally designed to ward off predators. Did you know that?
No, not really. That's why if
Of
someone
course you did.
tickles me, I get goosebumps. So I'm like, shoo away.
Oh, that was the worst example you could have used, but yeah, you know what? We'll take that. So, all right. We're not gonna take more than. We're not gonna spend more than 10 minutes. Or you know what? So much so because I hate it so much so. Let me put on a 10-minute countdown. 10 minutes countdown. 10 minutes countdown. All right. So when I'll say start, all right, let's talk about US election, US politics and election. 10 minutes exactly, nothing, no more than that.
You start and give the intro because you're well versed with US politics. A little. You have been in that
Alright,
country.
so as you know, we are recording this on the 31st of October. That is exactly 4 days before the official election in the US. The official election in the US is happening on November 3rd, but this year has seen the most ever vote-in ballots before the election, so you can actually vote in at once before waiting for the official date. So this year has seen the record number in the entire US history of the election, of the votes being casted before the election.
Yes.
So who do you think is going to win between Donald Trump and Joe Biden?
See, Biden is
and
simply
and
a.
before you say anything, Donald Trump claims to have approval rating of 93%. So he thinks 93% people in the entire US are going to vote for him. That he says are the official figure. Alright, who do you think is gonna
He
win?
says many things. Let's just not get into that. But polls clearly show that Joe Biden is leading. Not just Joe Biden, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. that duo is leading. Okay,
Oh yeah,
but
bro.
I will wait for.
She's just badass.
I know, right? I like that woman. I like that woman. So, but you know what? I would still wait for the results before making any staunch statement. Why? Because earlier,
No, no,
uh,
we're not making statements. We're just making
prediction.
assumptions.
Yeah, but still, I'll add this. I'll predict it's Joe Biden because US is fed up of Trump. Okay, but in the past three elections, okay, that which lady Hillary Clinton was always ahead, was ahead of Barack Obama first of all, and then she was also ahead of Donald Trump. But
No, no, no.
somehow,
No, no, no. Hillary Clinton never was ahead of Barack Obama. They're both from the same party.
no, 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 no,
So
no. In the
she never
first,
went
nah, nah, nah,
against
nah,
Japan.
nah, nah. They were in this
Oh,
first.
you're talking about the primaries. You're talking about the
Yeah, I'm talking
primaries.
about the primaries. Yeah,
You're talking
I'm
about the
talking about the
primaries,
primaries.
not the election.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's a whole another thing.
Yeah, but just see,
So,
okay, the
you if you want to talk about primaries, so no, no, let's talk about primaries. If you want to talk about primaries, have you followed the U.S. primaries?
not really, but yeah, I have an
So
idea.
if you were to, you haven't. So if you were to choose a person to represent the whole U.S. from the official, like from officially Trump or Biden, or from any of the primaries, who would you choose?
Kanye West. Come on. He's think think if Hilaire Mehdi would represent India like for the Kanye West. Nah. I would choose. I know. See, the no, it's not a primary, but Mike Pompeo. I really like this guy. Like not physically, but
Who?
Mike Pompeo, the current Secretary of the State. Mike Pompeo. Google him. Google him. Google him. Mike Pompeo. So he's a very well
Hang
known
on, no, I think I know him. I think I know him.
personally.
Yeah, of course I know him personally, man. Shut up. So if I were to choose, if I were, yo, this guy looks like that. Who's that funny fat actor? I forgot his
Come
name.
on.
But yeah, this guy looks like him. But if I were to choose a person to represent, because basically, you know how they say the president of America is the leader of the free world, right? So
Yeah.
if I were to choose the leader of the free world, I would like 100% go with Andrew Yang. No Trump, no Joe Biden. I would go 100% with Andrew Yang. And not because he's Asian and so am I. No, not because of that. He's
Is
just
he
his
fighting for election?
ideologies. No, he was in the primaries. He was in the primaries,
Hmm.
but he had to pull out because he didn't have enough. You know how they have to meet certain quotas
Yeah,
for
electorates and everything.
donation and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
he pulled out, and bro, his ideologies and his plan. He had the whole laid out plan for everything, and his ideologies. When you actually listen, like if you were to just listen to him for 2 minutes, you would think he's crazy. You just think he's batshit crazy. Like this guy wants to give every person a 1,000 or like 1,200 something, every person that amount of money every month. Like you just think that's
This is
just dumb. Where are you gonna get
that's
that
this
money
concept.
from?
That's
But
just the universal basic income concept is already there. Universal
no,
it's not his
yeah, but
concept.
that's not a concept.
That's a concept.
That's
Google
not a
it. Google
concept.
it. Google
If
it.
you were, no, it's, oh yeah, it's a concept. I know, but he literally has a well laid out plan for that
See,
on his website. And if you were to
US
listen to
government does
him
not lack
on the podcast,
US government does not lack the fund to give everyone $1,000, but there are some other
yeah,
cons. That's why.
but the thing is, U.S. government aren't paying that. They're not paying that.
No, but they have some real cons. Just Google it. It has a concept, and it's not just for politics. It's for normal people. Not every concept
Yeah,
which seems.
I know it's a concept, but how he's going to bring this concept into reality? If you were to listen to him on different podcasts, it's just, bro, the way he goes into things, and it's just great. If I wanted someone to be the leader of the free world, I would literally have him because he actually is educated, he's a good businessman, and he actually thinks about people rather than about business, like the current politician. So, final predictions. Who do you think is gonna win,
Joe
Trump
Biden.
or Biden? Who's gonna
Biden.
get more votes and who's going to win overall? Like you know how they
Hmm,
have
yeah. I know.
electoral election. Yeah. So
Yeah,
who's
see,
gonna
I
get
think,
more votes
see,
and who's gonna
Joe
win more?
Biden is gonna get more votes, but I am not sure who's gonna win. But I wish Joe Biden, except that he's friends with the Communist Party of China. I hate that. But apart from that, Joe Biden. Yeah.
Trump already is. Trump already has relationship with China. He already has his business in China.
Yeah, but
He
he's
paid.
right now and most anti-China, and we have seen that
No, he's
Republican
not.
parties.
No, he's
He
not.
is not, but we have
He
seen that
paid.
Republican parties are generally more stricter towards the China than Democratic parties. So I
No, but that's what he says. That's what he says. But did you know about the recent thing? He paid $750 in to the US government as his tax. $750 for the entire year.
from
Let me put that into perspective. So the waiters who work minimum wage, they pay around 1,500, and this billionaire paid
it's like
$750
Amazon paying
to the
zero
US
tax,
government. Yeah,
but it has nuances
and the same Donald Trump paid $188,000 in taxes
to
in
China.
China. Yeah. And do you really think he's still anti-Chinese? Man, I don't even want to talk about it. It's just this is why I hate politics. After 10 minutes up, we'll just assume they're up.
No, they are
Let's just
not.
move
No, they are
on,
not.
please.
They are not. And
Wait, do you have a countdown?
yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
I have,
closed
I
mine
have,
by
yeah, I
accident.
have. So
How many minutes are there?
dead
How
minute,
many minutes do we still have left?
1.5 minutes are there, and I would. You hate politics, right? But it is an integral part of our civilization, and if that's dirty, I'm okay of getting
Why
dirty.
can't we just have normal positive
We
politics?
cannot have
Like
that. Politics
people,
does not work
people
like there are
you
nuances,
so
there are
if you
situations.
were to apply for a normal job, if you were to apply for even a normal job as to sit in a cubicle, make data sheets all month long, even if you were to do something as simple as that, you would still need to have qualification, minimum education, and live interviews. Why can't you have that for literally the most
Because the most
important
influential,
position in the
because
country?
not every time most educated persons are right. The advisors are highly educated, but we need a leader, not an educated idiot. You
Yeah,
see.
but based on that, based on what we've seen so far
And
in
see,
our
no,
country
no, 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 wait,
especially.
wait, wait. Like our country is like, but if you say okay, we need basic education, what about the people who are not able to get education due to their financial constraints or social
They
constraints?
will still have to pass a test. They'll still have to pass a test. There should be an entrance exam. There should be
An
an
entrance
entrance
exam,
test.
we are like talking about 1.5 billion people or 1.7 billion people approving.
And
Wow.
not all of them wants to apply for the president of the country.
No,
Do
but they
they?
are approving him. That's democracy. Like, that's the basic what people want, not on some silly test, right? If what if a prime minister has 100% of approval rating, he's really nice, but he cannot pass the test. What are we gonna do? Huh? If
If he can't even pass a simple cognitive test, what makes you think he can plan the entire plan for the whole country?
not every time
What makes you think that?
not every time our leaders who were nice, who brought revolutions, who were a cause of change, were educated. Not every time.
Yeah,
Is
but they
there?
had an idea. They had basic understanding. Not all of them had an education,
Man,
fake
just let it
degrees,
go. The
and
the
criminal
see
past.
the prime ministers and the presidents are gonna like f- fake the test
Just
or
be
something.
just illiterate people who get votes based on religion and communal hatred and stuff like that.
Not everyone, but okay. I'm not gonna comment on that. Continue.
Most of the politician. It's just it
Go,
shouldn't be
go,
like this, but
go.
it is.
Okay, you are complaining. You are ranting. Go into politics. You are educated enough, right? You are a very smart
Man, no,
guy.
I'm not gonna. I hate
See,
politics.
educated people don't want to go to
Alright,
politics. They
so
want to go
no, no, no.
out from the country, not solve the problems, and then rant.
The educated people, so educated people who actually wants to, they are there, but they're not in the majority. They should be.
Yeah,
Man, you know what?
go
Now let's
participate.
move on.
Change comes with us.
Let's move on to better things. Let's move on to better things. Let's end it with something positive. All right. Do you have something positive? You know what? Let me just Google positive news. Positive news that's around the world. All right, go on. Let's end it with 100 good stories around the world. Shall we end it with that?
Okay, so there's
I mean, at least
I
give me
found
a
a
positive affirmation.
yeah. So there's this This wait, where is it? Huh? Bhul gayi. No, not it. It's not here.
What even are you looking for?
Positive news.
Yeah, and I have it really right here.
Start.
All right, let's
What are you looking for?
let's give some. Let's end it on some jokes.
Okay.
Funny. Do you want to hear about? Alright, 101 hilarious tweets that are guaranteed to make you grind. If you do not grind, if you do not grind with positivity, or if you do not give it a chuckle, then you're wrong. Then you're wrong. Alright, so number one. Alright, is just a dog in a stroller. Really? Number two.
Should I
It's
share?
just
Should I
a
share the
room
photo of my daughter or something?
of your what? A dot?
Daughter.
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 You you have a
Of
daughter?
course, I have a daughter. Yeah, her name is Elisa Lorenzo.
How old are you? How old are you?
Stop pretending that you do not know. Shut up.
No, no,
We'll
for the viewers.
we'll post.
Tell them.
We will or I will, I don't know, post her photo, very cute photo on the display screen. She's utterly cute, man.
No, no, send that to me in the Discord right now because I don't believe you.
But I do not
Of
have
course
it.
I don't
I
believe.
don't have
No,
it
no.
on the
Of course
phone.
I don't believe you. I'm not gonna believe you because I know you don't have it. But I just want to know how are you going to bullshit your way out of this. That's all. Send me the pic on the Discord right now.
Bullshit, what do you mean bullshit? I love her. Man, I do not have I have it on the phone. I have to stop recording my video.
Are you just going to make me look bad right now? Like, because people are gonna be thinking she has a daughter, she loves her, but this dickhead doesn't want her to show him.
He's just making fun of it. Okay? He's just making don't think bad about him. He also plays with her and everything, so he's just making a kind of a joke play. But yeah, I have a
So
daughter. Her name is
now we're
Elisa.
just now we're just
Also, fun fact.
her
Fun
name's
fact.
what?
She rather than her father's name, she has like my middle name. So
No, but what's her name?
Elisa Lorenzo. She does not have an Instagram account, so don't stalk or something. Leave my daughter.
Really, really, really,
Yeah,
really.
Elisa Lorenzo.
You know what? No. You know what? And on that note, we are done for this
Someone
podcast.
clap for my baby.
If you
Clap for my baby photo.
shut up, no, shut up. If you enjoyed this, please consider. No, you know what? I'm gonna deep throat the mic. I'm gonna deep throat the mic so
You're
you can hear
talking about
nothing else
babies.
but my mice.
Don't-
Shut up. No, we're not talking about your imaginary daughter. So if you guys did enjoy the podcast, please consider subscribing, liking and subscribing and sharing. And if you are on other platform, please give us a listen on Spotify, Google Podcast and so many
Anchor,
websites I can't even know, but
Radio Public.
Anchor, alright, Anchor,
This
yeah,
is
Radio
basically
Public, and all the good stuff like that. And if you are from one of those websites, please come subscribe to us on YouTube because we just give out some of the man expressions and it'd be interesting to look at our stupid faces. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep us in the background, but do consider subscribing to us on YouTube. And on that note, I am out because I can't deal with her any one more second. Goodbye.
Catch you later. Bye.